This is Vinyl Voices Radio. ESPN 97.5.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I'm John Denman.
Justin Dehan.
All right, this is Vinyl Voices Radio here on ESPN. We're back. He's Justin Deas. I'm John Denman. They are the Palmer Squares.
Hello, everybody.
Welcome back.
Hey.
Welcome back.
What a lot of people haven't seen yet that we're going to have in the video is some of this fingerboarding action.
Yeah.
Oh.
We have got to
We got a
see
close-up?
I mean, I've seen people, try to perform some tricks, and do things and stuff like that. And it's just like,
sloppy.
yeah, sloppy.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
all of a
mine
sudden,
was sloppy. I expect it to be that clean every time,
oh, just like that. Nailing it.
nailing.
Not warmed up yet, so don't judge me.
No, we are fingerboarder extraordinaires.
Yeah.
We're still looking to be sponsored.
Mm-hmm.
I stole a pack of razor blades from a gas station last night so I could re-grip this board. This is a fresh grip. I don't know if you can see that. So.
If you're looking for a sponsor, I'm just saying, Push and Win.
Push and
They've
Win.
come
Yeah,
through
dude.
for us. They have come through for us. So.
This is something for real.
Waiting
The
on
one
the call.
I feel like I could and should be sponsored by somebody. I already have somewhat of an audience. That would, if some company wants me to wear their fucking shirt, I'll ride for them.
Yeah.
But I've been fingerboarding for like 20 years. It was just a childhood hobby I never grew out of.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a period where I did
Stacking
it less.
textbooks in class
Yeah.
from middle school to high school.
It's a good fidget.
College.
It's like I quit smoking cigarettes over 4 years ago, but I've only ramped up. You don't do this, and I
No.
do this.
Oh, he ramped up. You know what I mean?
I mean, we talked about this off set, but I mean, these guys did have what were they called? Tech deck or something?
Decks?
Tech decks.
That's like that's like the name brand.
Right.
It's
Training
like
wheels.
the Kleenex of
The training wheels.
I mean, tech decks are for children.
A little
Wiz
beginner
cars for
stuff,
grown men.
you
Make
can
your
find it.
bones.
Right.
And fingerboards are for grown-ups. This is real plywood with real trucks. These are $50.
This, I swear to God, this costs almost $200. Like this, I didn't pay for it. I got a guy.
We got
So-
hookups. We aren't sponsored, but we do have fans who
Yeah.
hook us up with the good stuff.
I grew up playing with tech decks too. You buy them at Walgreens and shit. But now, it didn't dawn on me until like Instagram and being able to see the people all over the world. Like I didn't know that there was a whole community of people that are much better than us. Like really take this seriously.
It gets
And
a lot better.
Yeah, better
There's got to be
boards, real
competitions
wood.
and everything, right? I mean, it's
Yeah.
there's a number one in the world fingerboarder.
There's like contests and stuff
Yeah.
now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
go
I've seen
Frank.
like competitions for fingerboarding and fingerboard skate parks. I've never been to one. More of a street guy, but they look awesome.
We walk a thin line with the dork thing of like, yeah, I'll play with my toys while I wait for the waitress to bring me my coffee at the diner. But like to go to a fingerboard park
That is.
and play with
dork.
my toys with a bunch of other grown-ups playing with their toys. I haven't gone that far yet.
Yeah.
I still want some respect as fan.
Wait till you get the sponsor. Then it's all absolutely do it.
will. I think we should. We should. We've said for years we want, at least like on our merch table, we should have Palmer Squares fingerboards. People who know us well and listen to our podcast and have known us for years, they know our little proclivities. We like game shows and fingerboarding, so it makes sense.
Yeah.
Whoopee cushions.
Yeah.
I didn't pack any for this tour. We might have to hit a spot and pick some up, but we'll bring them on
Realize what
stage
you've
a lot
done.
of times. And I don't know, maturity is never at like an all-time high when we're
Trying to
on
get.
stage.
I
or
was
on
trying
mic.
to get a custom Palmer Squares whoopee cushions for this tour
Right.
with our logo on them. But you can only buy custom whoopee cushions with your logo with the other side that says like whoopee cushion. I just want both sides with the
We're
logo.
not sharing
I
the
can't
branding.
find it yet. I don't want to have the silly fucking, Party City logo on the other side.
Right.
That's
Right.
not gonna fly.
Nah.
But we tried.
No,
I looked at
gonna
like
keep
10
trying.
different providers.
I mean,
I'm
merch
not
is
gonna
important.
rest.
Merch is important.
Merch is very important on tour.
Yeah. I'm not going to rest till we have whoopee cushions on our merch table.
I
You heard it
think
here
I'm gonna be on the
first,
road this
folks.
fall also.
You heard it here.
Yeah,
Term
we're
Whoopee
gonna-
fit.
cushions.
we have a summer project.
Those things need to make a comeback anyways, right?
Whoopies?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Or I guess for some they never went
Farts
away.
are eternal. Those should have never went out of style.
I'm pretty sure they haven't. Well, just to kind of reel this back to music somehow, I think the interesting thing about it is, you guys are committed, committed to it. And from the music standpoint, that's, I guess, my segue back to the music is that you're committed fully. I mean, these guys are like childhood friends, so you go way back.
Yes.
Yeah, I feel like that plays in our presentation, so people can tell that we're old pals. I think just with our demeanor on stage, and I don't know. I've seen a lot of rap acts and musicians where they don't have that forever. We were having like WWF sleepovers in elementary school and stuff like that way before either of us even liked rap music. Like
I don't
that,
think
we had
I'm
to
very
grow into it.
comfortable on stage after all these years of performing. I am, and I'm not. I'm not that comfortable like speaking just to the audience. And people will tell us the opposite. People will tell us like, you look so at home up there, you look so comfortable, and it's 100% because we're with our best friend.
I'll take all the credit. Yeah. I help him out a lot.
Yeah, it's like
Just my presence.
It's more like this is my escape
Boyfriend.
from like having to confront the audience. I get to just like play with my best friend up there.
Sure.
And it looks natural, and it looks like we're
It
really
works for
comfortable up
us,
here.
and it's like I've seen a lot of artists that it kind of reads as stiff and rehearsed, and even the stuff in between songs. I've toured with artists that say the same thing after that song every show.
song has like an intro.
And we just kind of
script.
goof around,
Yeah.
and try to keep it like, I don't know, just us. Like he said, I agree too. Like I'm not super comfortable with the just like, how's everybody doing tonight and all that. Sometimes you do it.
Right.
I think we're just more kind of like playing to each other. And
Also, rarely get on stage not stoned and like in my head, and so that doesn't help.
yeah, we set ourselves up to fail every time.
But I think, I think it feels like this, a lot of this just chat is really just circles back to you're just trying to have fun, doing your thing, whether
Yes.
it's the live show, whether it's writing, whatever it is.
It's something that we discovered in high school together, and what we made in high school together embarrasses us to no end.
Our fans
But-
like it better than the stuff we do now, but
We had fun, and then we started putting it out on the internet or whatever, and then however many years ago, we were able to quit our jobs and commit ourselves full-time to this, and it's been going strong. I feel like it gets a little stronger every year since then, and there's no looking back so far.
I feel like, yeah, it's a roller coaster of, there's definitely times where we could be stronger, or we feel like we should be making
Right.
more
There's
and
definitely
stuff, and then
some
we're
looking
like,
back
then
sometimes,
yeah,
but-
we're back up.
We're going strong,
And
and it's a full-time job.
having fun, it's like at a certain point, after you, don't have a desk job anymore, or some security
Right.
financially and all of that, I don't know, it puts the pressure on you, and you have to take it seriously because it's work, and you almost forget that you should just be the having fun part. It's you don't realize you have to like work that back in because that's important, and we lost that. Now I'm not inspired because this feels like work or something.
Oh, right.
As far as like recording and like the I guess performing shows is always kind of fun. But
Yeah.
sometimes when you got to like come up with the next song and you don't have any ideas, and it starts feeling like like uninspiring, or you get down like, I can't think, maybe I'm done. Maybe I wrote my last song.
Right.
Or whatever, writer's block. We did a show a few years ago in Chicago, and it was part of like a Christmas event at a museum, and it was like all ages. There's kids there and stuff, and it was sponsored by like a nonprofit in Chicago that works. They gather coats for the homeless and do kids programs and stuff. And I remember there was like a group of kids and us, and like I was getting nervous because I'm like, it was like a Chance the Rapper's nonprofit was sponsoring it, and I was like, I just want to make sure we do well, and I know my stuff. And then the guy who's like running the program with all these like, it's like cheerleaders and kids dancers that are going to go up and perform, and the guy who did the cha-cha slide was there doing the cha-cha slide live, and I was like, this is crazy. So at a certain point, the dude goes, and what's the number one rule? And my first thought was like, oh shit, I don't know. And he goes, have fun. And all the kids are like, yeah. And I was like, I'm such an old loser. I forgot rule number one is have fun. I was like, what is it? They didn't tell me rule one.
Don't fuck up.
Yeah.
Right?
That is,
Isn't that it?
I think that's where my mind goes. Well, just that idea of commitment. It really, it shows, just even as someone that's listened to you guys for some time now, the new stuff, like the new Sim Gray. I mean, it's like so different from everything else, but it's so cool to see the progression.
Yeah.
Real back to this one song that we're going to talk about now. Bars is a really good example of that commitment, the commitment to the idea of what this song is.
It's funny because Bars was originally we were making an album years ago, and Bars was one of the albums or one of the songs that we cut. We were like, it doesn't fit.
It also wasn't done. Like, we had a draft of it, and everything else was done. And we're like, are we going to let these other unfinished songs hold up the release, or is the album done? So we called it Done, and then eventually years later, finished the unfinished song.
And then we put out Bars as a single, and I feel like it did better than that whole album.
People loved the song.
Yeah, that's crazy. If people haven't heard it, let's listen to it, and then
hell yeah,
they'll hear why. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a card carrying barbarian. Can't keep a dick in the pants if you aren't wearing them. Damn Gina, get up and dance. Stampede to the club. I'm a hater, can't teach me to love. Bar bitch, your race can't split the cigar. Get it twisted. You think that you are the statistics? Sipping beneath the flicker with the light fluorescent. Live within the prison of the mind tormented. A cyber pirate hide behind the bars. Down low, less Karl Marx, more Groucho. Snarl a bark, ain't nothing but a hound dog. Sound off 1, 2, presumptuous gumshoe. I got this. Gumption and moxie, obviously it's not just a hobby. I'm down for the cause, nah, none of the above. I'm fucking with you from the bar, finger bar from the club. Yup, snot nose, we holy apostles. Stomp through your block, sweet home in Chicago. 5-0, keep holding you down. Lot of beef, gotta leap over obstacles. Stone like fossils, got bars like handle. Body parts in the jar on the mantle. Yo, I'm about as hard as I can be. Damn B, got bars like candy. I don't want to, I gotta devour by the piranhas to final hour upon us. You should lower the cost, nary a cloud in the sky till the frogs fall from it. The flood coming, every first child to die. I'm an addict of the product I've been peddling. It's gotten out of hand, need a doctor, got the medicine, man. I are farmer bands, rocking in a reading like bar per AM, motherfucker.
I got bars. I got bars. I got bars. I got bars. Find a Barbie in the bargain bin and barter with the clerk. I'll make the party go berserk. A snarky little artisan regarded as a jerk. Steve Martin speak jargon much larger than the earth. Assimilate to the syllabary letters if you really want to liberate your literary edge. From preliminary levels to proficient with the flow. Look close, see I glisten and I glow. You know I got BARs. The weed tastes harsh, so my team take charge when the pregame starts. Woo! I run relay yards, both feet in the street on a 3-day march. We embark on a voyage. I'm a heartless annoyance, a martyr leaving charlatans voiceless. Coitus, fingers smelling like koi fish. Act pull tail, getting head when the coin flips. Crown Royal and RC Cola with Vicky and Christina out in Barcelona. P Squares and Dro, that's the beat creator. Streaming data, y'all better charge your phones up. No bars, so I do marginal skills, get the gold stars. I do rebarbative shit with a crowbar, blow hard, bout to make it big. Zoltar, or Bart Simpson and Barney Gumbo. Lit the bar with a big bowl of barley gumbo. Vinny Barbarino with the sharpened lingo. My dick's hard, discharge and reload. You got bars, but our bar's way better. At the Barclays Center with the Barksdale boys. Been a hard day's night. Paul McCart, Jay Lennon, P Squares, breaking records in your heart, make noise. I got bars. 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 Me got bars. He got bars. We got bars.
That was Bars.
Indeed it was.
It was a
Yeah.
little ditty called Bars.
Yeah. How many bars are in bars?
That's a good question.
There are
I
a
don't
lot.
think we have an official count of the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should have that off the top, but I don't.
We can
Like
figure the play it again. I'll-
Barbarino.
Count 'em.
There's so many. Like I was like, okay, this song. All right, I got it.
That's
Barney
like
Gumbo, Barley
Oh yeah.
Gumbo.
Yeah.
that's one
that's
of those
some-
songs that seems to work like every time live, or it's a good live show song, and especially when there's people there that don't know us and they're watching us, and you give them song 1 and they're just like, okay, I didn't know I was watching white boy rap tonight. Song 2, and they're like, well, that one was melodic or whatever. And then at a certain part, you do like the bar novelty trick where you say all the words with bar in them, and
Yeah.
I don't know, I feel like that's one where if you didn't like these other few, it seems to do well, or people, I don't know, yeah, it's like a little fucking circus act, like,
I mean,
we
it's
found
just,
all the bar words.
just you know, we talked about this before, that just love of words, you know, going back to Grandma Shirley.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
So it's just to hear that in that song is just, I like it too, because we were talking a little bit about how I got to listen to your music is through Jesse, my son. You guys are on tour with
Yep.
right now, Escape from Zoo. And I'm like, the first Palmer Square song I ever heard was No Foam in the Cup, which, okay, it was like, that's who this guy is or was at that time, you know.
That's so funny because that's definitely like a left field style
Really?
song for a lot of, I don't know,
Worst
everything
song of
else
all
on
time.
the album.
Well, I mean, it was just,
No, it did well. People love it, but it is kind of like it was
just-
made in jest.
I mean, you know, it was like a while ago, and it was like we're sort of a party family, so that was
Yeah.
a song. And then I think after that, it was like Beat It Up. I'm pretty sure Jesse listened to that song pre-show for like at least a year, you know, before every show.
Awesome.
Yeah. And then the Knowledge Over Swag, you know, stuff. And it was just no matter what I listened to, it just was so evident how much attention you guys pay to words. you know.
Yeah, and that's like to the point I was making earlier about, you know, like certain stuff with like old references. It resonates with me more than, you know, just talking about your status or whatever, how much, you know, money you got.
You
That's
gotta
all
talk about
good.
that too. Yeah. We're still rappers. You still have to talk about, like, you still have to pretend like we're rich in some lines.
all right.
I think that
3
with,
lines later, I'll say how I have no money, but a
Right.
second ago I was saying that I have all the money.
well, yeah, braggadocio is just an element, but
Right.
I think with a lot of listeners, the wordplay is not the main interest. A lot of people like the flow, where they like just the beats and the vibe of the song or whatever.
Right.
It's not everybody's cup of tea that the guy is doing lyrical gymnastics that you have to really like bend your ear to keep up with. Some people find that annoying. For us, that's always been kind of the point, and it's always been like, I'm fascinated with hearing a guy rhyme 2 things that I've never heard someone rhyme,
Right.
and I want to do that. I want to come up with 2 things that I never heard anyone rhyme.
Yeah.
Where a lot of people are like, that's not the main focus.
We made a song like 14 years ago called Discap. It was one of the early things, and it was kind of like
Same thing.
prelude to bars, where like I had a whole, I think it started with me, and I found a bunch of words that had cap in them, and capsize your ship, and you'll capitulate when and I just found all the cap words, and he found dis as a
Capicola and
prefix, and we just
capillaries.
made a song called Discat, where we kind of did that, and it was very, very early us, but it's cool when you find like the ignition, like the starting point.
Right.
It almost helps. Like, I'm not great at freestyling. It could be fun after a few drinks or something, but like I said, I like to spend time writing, and that's where my standard is at, and I want it to be kind of like perfected. But when it comes to freestyling, you've seen those videos where people just like shout out a word or whatever, and it's like,
Yeah.
that's cool, and it seems more impressive, but to me, it's like, it's helpful. I don't know, my head doesn't know where to go next, but if somebody says like, brick, yo, you put up a brick, shooting the shot from the 3, you getting kicked, and you just have something to start with.
Right.
I'm like, oh, that's so much easier. Thank you for like step 1, you know. And step 1 with that was bars, and like he said, it didn't make the album. It didn't get finished in time for the album, but we started a Patreon as like a fan membership thing for people to sign up many years ago, and at a certain point, we're like, what can we give them as like some extra member benefit bonus material never before heard? And we were like, well, we have that like half finished song bars, why don't we finish it and share that? And we finished it, and people liked it so much on the Patreon, we took some of the Patreon funds and shot a music video for it. That's what you just saw, and it went on to be, I don't know, I would say a fan favorite music video. And
Yeah.
it's this song that almost never came out,
Right.
Yeah.
and then it becomes this, I don't know, like a hit compared to a lot of the other album that it was supposed to be.
I think the video helps too. It's a cool
Yeah.
video.
It was well
Yeah.
shot. That's our guy Paul. He shot a number of things for us, but he's a little younger than us too. So at a period, he was like at film school and had all the film cage and all the
Hungry.
resources.
Right.
So
Got the free interns.
he had like a whole team, and there's a guy like with like real nice cameras like y'all got, and he's on like the rolly cart, and Paul's pushing him for these shots, and he made his bedroom. He moved everything out of his bedroom and made it into like the insane asylum.
padded
you see,
room.
and he just
Yeah.
padded his bedroom up,
The
and
padded wall is just a bed sheet with like thumbtacks in the right places
Yeah.
that
Oh,
make
that's
it
wild.
look like pads.
Yeah.
yeah, that
They crushed
really
it.
elevates the song.
And then those are just his friends playing orderlies.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Really great time. Every time we've done a video with Paul, I have a blast. And he'll get like, these film school kids who go above and beyond because they want to like show this to their teacher.
I mean, they're working for a grade,
Right.
so
Yeah.
So I love that. Only going to have that for so long.
Right.
we have a video for a song called Hall of Famers that Paul,
Yeah.
even more crew and more resources than the Bars video, and that's definitely, I would say that's the best video that we've ever made, like a Palmer Squares song. It's just,
And talk about movie references.
Yeah, we
The
got
whole
to really
video is
flex our nerd.
reenacting scenes from film and TV.
and that was one of those
So-
rare songs where we sort of wrote it partially together. Like
Yeah.
you would take the where the
Right.
last dude ended his verse with, and that's, I'm gonna try and rhyme that and start, and we were kind of all in the same room
Okay.
trying to make that one happen. So it was unique, and the video really elevated the shit out of that one.
Yeah.
That was a
Well,
good one.
Jason, as far as our video guy, is very interested in the visuals for your songs because they are cool, and I think even the next song we're going to talk about is just scaled back. It's just you two guys, and
Is that acknowledged?
yeah.
So
no,
yeah, we have like the official music videos, and then I think what we kind of like made our bones with was what we're gonna show next is the live rapping at the camera in one take
Yeah.
type of videos. It's kind of what we came out with 15 years ago on YouTube. There used to be kind of a scene, the YouTube cipher scene.
Oh right. Hmm.
Guys would pass along the same beat, and there would be an official thread where the last guy calls out the next guy. And we kind of like weaseled our way into that shortly before it died out and fizzled out on the internet. But that's kind of where we like established our presence, gathered our initial like internet fan base.
Right.
And it was all built through this thing that people loved of like one guy rapping live at the camera in one take. So we've tried to like stick with that tradition. We try and put one of those videos out every year or so
Yeah.
at minimal.
Just to not stray too far from like what our core fan base
Right.
first
Yeah.
liked about us. Like we still want to give them that, even though we'd like to get better with the studio recordings and the official music video budgets and all of that. But like every now and again, you just gotta rap one long verse at the camera, and the fact that it is live and no edits and stuff, I've always liked those. Just I don't need it to be polished. I just want to hear cool
Right.
raps, and it's cool that they're just knocking it out in one long take.
Yeah.
So we do a lot of those, and it started as a necessity because I had a camera before I had studio resources to go record on an expensive microphone in the booth with a guy on the boards and all of that stuff.
Right,
So like we eventually got there and have songs that were done that way, but the only way at the beginning that we figured out how to share what we were writing and recording with people was just to do it like that. I'm like, I have the camera, and I think I heard in like an interview with Rob Zombie a long time ago, somebody was asking like, so what was did you always want to like start with music and then you figured movies? You wanted to get into filmmaking later? And he just says like it wasn't a choice. It was like it's easier to get your friends in a garage with instruments than it is to make a movie. And it's like if you get some notoriety from that, a lot of people springboard into other artistic projects after music, but it's just and for us it was like before it was music, it was just I'll hold the camera and you rap.
Yeah.
You'll hold the camera, then I'll rap. And that's you hit upload. And without YouTube, I don't know what our reach and our fan base would look like now, because that was the springboard for sure.
Yeah. And I mean, they still look so cool, and I think that is a thing, like if people first started connecting with you that way, it's cool to see that you kind of kept it going for
I feel like
for us.
Yeah, we have to.
The last couple things, and even through COVID, it was like that's all we were doing. We're like, let's do more one takes. It's easier, and we can't, the world's closed right now, but we can still film ourselves rapping. And now we've that's like our last couple releases were just kind of these one take raps on YouTube. and we're working on an album right now, and I think we're gonna try and focus and figure out how to get back to the like budgeted, lip sync official music videos, because we've strayed from those.
It's been a long time.
Even though we always try to pepper in a one take for our day one fans,
Yeah.
we still want to like elevate our product when we have a music video for something. So we're gonna try and get back to that.
Well, it's just like everything. It swings this way, it'll swing back, and then
Yeah,
it'll
we're
swing
swinging
back.
back right
and then
now.
a few years from now, we're like, nope, let's go back to like down and dirty. Just give me a camera
Yeah.
and let's do it.
Yeah.
But we do need to take another break, and we get back. We'll talk more. This is Vinyl Voices Radio. We'll be right back.